Hi, I'm Christina Lowry. I am a visual artist, and part of what I do is a lot of dark and moody photography. And where I'm sitting right now is actually where I tend to shoot, and this is the little bench that I tend to shoot on. And beside me is a window, so I predominantly shoot with natural light. I picked up this backdrop and the stands for it just off Marketplace. I often find that people take up photography as a hobby, or they buy tools and things and then they end up not using them. And so I really like to buy things secondhand wherever I can. My camera body is actually new, but my previous camera was a secondhand one. This is a Canon 5D Mark IV, and previously I was shooting on a Canon 60. I think you just get to know a camera, you like the profiles, you know how it works, and so you become really comfortable with it. So I am definitely a Canon girl, and I think the quickest way to make a photographer look a bit silly is when you're at a workshop and someone asks them how to do something on their camera, because cameras are all so different. This is why they come with manuals, and quite often another camera, someone who has that same camera knows more about it than I will. So this is my baby and this is what I'm used to. This has currently got my 50mm lens on it, which is a really great lens for portraits. I use it a lot in the studio as well too, sort of behind the scenes photos. This one has a f1.6, so you can get those lovely blur backgrounds with that reduced depth of field. The other camera that, other lens that I have here is a 100mm lens. This was actually linked to me. It's a macro lens and it is a 2.8, so not as low in the f-stop, but you know, really fantastic for macro shots, but also taking it out and shooting long distances as well too. Not something I obviously tend to do in the studio, but a really handy lens for when I'm out and about traveling and I want to carry my whole kit. This is, I have been told, called a hipster lens. It's a 35mm f1.8. I picked this one up secondhand. It's a Tamron, which I find comparable to Canon. I'm not a huge techie nerd. You know, I like my tools to do what I want them to do, and I use them to make my art. So yeah, Tamron to me is really great quality. It's a much lower price point as well too than a Canon lens, and this 35mm I use all the time. Another lens that I have in my collection is a Tamron. I got it secondhand with the last camera that I had, and it's a zoom. And while it's really you know, helpful and versatile to have a zoom lens in your kit when you are out and about, I don't tend to use this in the studio because you get a clearer shot with a prime lens or a lens that doesn't have the zoom function. But it's still a really lovely lens, and if I'm out and about and I just want to travel a little lighter, then I tend to just bring this lens and my camera body. The other part of my kit that I couldn't live without in my studio is this Manfrotto tripod, which again I picked up off Marketplace. It has a ball head at the top here so you can move it all around, and this extension actually pops up and comes out so you can shoot flat lays with it. It is a nice heavy adjustable tripod for in the studio. Manfrotto is a really well-known brand, and again, I don't, you know, I like buying things secondhand. I quite like that I was able to pick this up, and it's been such a great investment in the studio. So I hope that gives you a little bit more detail about how I shoot, what I shoot, and a little sneak peek into my studio space.